Movies are meant to entertain us, thrill us, and sometimes even scare us. But what happens when a movie becomes too intense? When fear turns into reality? Over the years, many films have been so terrifying or emotionally overwhelming that they've caused real-life tragedies, panic attacks, heart attacks, and even death. Imagine going to the theater for a fun horror night, only for it to turn into your worst nightmare. Some of these cases are so bizarre that they sound like horror stories themselves. From a man mysteriously disappearing after watching The Conjuring 2 to an audience member found dead in his seat after Annabelle, Creation, today we'll explore 10 movies that allegedly caused extreme medical reactions and even fatal consequences. Some of these incidents remain unexplained to this day. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because today's video might just be too intense to handle. 1. The Exorcist, 1973. A horror movie that made people faint, vomit, and die. The Exorcist was based on a real-life exorcism case, making it even scarier. The story follows a young girl possessed by a demon, with terrifying scenes of levitation, demonic voices, and self-mutilation. Upon release, audiences were completely unprepared for such extreme horror. What happened? Many people vomited, fainted, and ran out of theaters screaming. Several audience members reported chest pains and panic attacks. A man suffered a fatal heart attack inside the theater, shocking everyone. Aftermath. Theaters began offering barf bags due to excessive vomiting. Ambulances were stationed outside cinemas due to the frequent medical emergencies. The film gained a reputation for being cursed after multiple unexplained deaths occurred during filming. 2. The Passion of the Christ, 2004. A man died watching the crucifixion. This religious drama was highly controversial due to its brutally realistic depiction of Jesus Christ's suffering and crucifixion. What happened? A 56-year-old man in Brazil collapsed and died during the crucifixion scene. Witnesses reported that he was visibly distressed, sweating, and breathing heavily before he collapsed. Aftermath. Some religious believers claimed his death was a spiritual experience. Medical experts confirmed that severe emotional distress triggered his heart attack. 3. The Conjuring 2, 2016. A man's mysterious death and disappearance. What happened? A 65-year-old man in India started having severe chest pain during a particularly intense scene. Before the movie ended, he collapsed in his seat and died. When his body was taken to the hospital for an autopsy, it mysteriously disappeared. Aftermath. Paranormal enthusiasts suggested supernatural forces were involved. The hospital staff had no explanation for how the body went missing. 4. Annabelle, Creation, 2017. A viewer found dead in his seat. What happened? In Thailand, a 77-year-old man watched the film alone. When the movie ended and the lights came on, he was found dead in his seat, sitting upright. Aftermath. His death was ruled a heart attack, but many people believe the Annabelle doll had something to do with it. Some fans refused to watch the movie after hearing about the incident. 5. Jaws, 1975. Fear-induced heart attack. What happened? A 45-year-old man suffered a heart attack when the giant shark suddenly appeared. Witnesses say he let out a scream and clutched his chest. Aftermath. Doctors explained that sudden fear caused a massive adrenaline rush, triggering cardiac arrest. This case became a prime example of how suspense and shock can affect the human body. 6. Avatar, 2009. Too much excitement can kill. What happened? A 42-year-old man in Taiwan suffered a fatal stroke while watching the film in 3D. His family revealed that he was so excited about the movie that he had been talking about it for weeks. Aftermath. Doctors confirmed that sensory overload and excitement triggered his stroke. 7. Raju Garigati, 2015. A horror movie triggers death. What happened? A 55-year-old man in Hyderabad collapsed while watching this Telugu horror movie. His friends thought he had fainted from fear, but he had actually died of a heart attack. 8. Joker, 2019, a fatal panic attack. What happened? A man watching Joker in the US suffered an extreme panic attack during the film's intense scenes. His condition worsened, leading to a fatal heart attack. Aftermath. Many viewers reported intense anxiety and distress, with some leaving the theater midway. 9. Final Destination 3, 2006. A teen's fatal shock. What happened? A teenager reportedly died of heart failure after watching the gruesome deaths in Final Destination 3. Aftermath. Doctors explained that the shock overstimulated his nervous system, leading to cardiac arrest. 10. Aliens, 1986. A young girl dies of fear. What happened? A 15-year-old Norwegian girl reportedly suffered a fatal heart attack while watching the intense alien attack scene. Aftermath. Medical experts confirm sudden death due to extreme fear. These cases prove that movies can be more than just entertainment, they can have real-life consequences. From horror films to emotional dramas, our bodies can react in unexpected ways when faced with extreme suspense or psychological stress. But now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever had a scary or intense experience while watching a movie? Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this deep dive into real-life horror stories. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss our next chilling video.